If you're like me and you're very ADHD and scatterbrained, but you're also very ambitious and efficient, or as some people would call lazy, it's going to be really hard to not burn out every time that you start something new. Because the minute you get bored of it, you'll just want to switch to something else. And you'll never fully create momentum in one thing enough to get good and see the positive results from it. That's a trap that a lot of people that are multi-passionate fall in, myself included. But if you want the answer, the key is to just focus on one thing at a time for a long time. And nobody wants to hear that. And nobody wants to do that because it's not stimulating. It's not exciting. People want to be excited. They want to be inspired, educated, or entertained. And that's the reality of it. So it's like, how can we find that ideal balance between that and execution and sticking with it to something sustainable? If you're watching this, YouTube probably showed you this video because you're interested in creative hobbies or solopreneurship or content creation, or you're a father like myself or a parent, or you just care about spiritual stuff and purpose, because a lot of us are looking for something bigger than what's on the surface. For me, I could care less about politics, about sports, about what's on TV. I'm weird like that. I watch some anime here and there, but I spend most of my time thinking about how to live a focused, deep life, how to improve myself. I spent a good 9 years just obsessing over fitness and my health, and then now I'm maintaining it. I've spent the last 2 years figuring out how to start a business that balances ethics with creativity and sparks my curiosity. And right now I'm at a point where I'm wondering if it's worth it to even start a business where I'm obligated towards something other than my job and my family, and I'm responsible for someone else's well-being or results. It's not to say I can't get those results, but it's like, is it worth driving myself into the ground for and committing to? Because maybe I just want to keep what I have, but build skills on the side and learn stuff that energizes me without full obligation, because then it turns into burnout again. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but if anyone else is going through it, know that you're not alone. And honestly, though, this happens every time I have a change in my schedule that I don't stick to what I said, because my son had karate practice and I went, and then we had errands to do, and that ate up into my morning, and I have most of my energy in the morning. And now it's kind of at a low point because I've used up my focus during the day. And what I used to do was check social media and just scroll for a long time, but for some reason I don't care to do that anymore. I'd much rather test myself and see how long I can go without checking my phone or my emails, and sit with the boredom, the discomfort of boredom, and see what happens, what ideas emerge. There's a bunch of stuff on my whiteboard because it all spilled out of my brain by just sitting there doing nothing. I took a nap earlier, 20-minute nap, because it re-energized me a bit, and it helped a lot. Anyways, if you've watched this far, my advice to you would be bored more so that you can really figure out what's going on deep inside your psyche, and not just bombarding yourself with information that's heavily influenced by people's incentives to sell you something. They might have good intentions, they might just want your money, but it's hard to decipher these days because there's so much fluff online, especially with the AI. Take time to be bored, practice mindfulness. 10 minutes every morning, it makes a big difference. When I skip my meditation, the rest of my day kind of goes downhill. I get angry faster, I get irritated, and I tend to get distracted more too. It's such a fundamental skill, but it's so worth it. Anyways, I don't want this video to get too long, but hopefully you got something out of this, and I'll see you next time.